Hello, this young lady is River. I'm going to be doing my grooming video with River. She is a Spanish colonial horse or a sulfur horse, also a Mustang. She's from Utah and she has been with me for 2 years. Before that she was completely feral. So I take a little bit extra precautions when working with River because although she's a very good girl, she was once a wild animal and still has some of those fight or flight tendencies. We have a very good relationship established in trust, but as far as her reflexes go, I think that's something that she'll always be a little bit more sensitive than a domestic horse. So for River, I just take a little bit extra precautions, like I said, let her know what I'm doing at all times. I'm going to scooch her over a little bit. She's also pregnant. So the first thing I'm going to want to do with River is, one, not bang around, and I'm going to curry comb her. She's got some mud on her back, and River likes to be groomed, so it's not a big problem. I just do little circles, especially over the crusty dirt. Pay attention to, she's shaking little twitches here and there, but it's for flies. I do try to go at a pressure the horse likes. Some horses can't tolerate the curry much at all, but River likes it. And again, I just slide my hand down her whenever I'm doing anything. I don't surprise her. Whenever I walk behind her, I make sure to let her know that I'm there. My other mare is also from the same HMA, herd management area, and I don't yet trust her to walk behind her, so that is definitely something that that confidence has to be built, and it has to be at least not crazy thing to do. You know, you must consider the risk, and if your horse is still really spooky, it's not something you want to do. However, River and I have worked up to where I can walk behind her safely. So I'm just keeping my face away from the hooves at all times. Now I'm going to walk around River and let her know. Oh, Mama. Whoa. Always keeping my hand on her so she knows I'm there, nothing to surprise her. Good girl. And I'm currying under the mane. Grass that sometimes get dirty. And River's nice and relaxed during this process. We can tell by her ears, they're nice and laid back. She's listening to me. They're not laid flat like she's angry. They're just pointed in my direction, listening to what I have to say, which is a good thing. River is usually very connected with me, pays a lot of attention. She can be ridden with no bit, no bridle. She's a pretty special girl. So, you see her eyes are relaxed, there's no white, she's licking her lips. Those are all signs you want to look for in a relaxed horse. I have her clipped to the cross ties just for added safety for her and for me. She really likes the forehead. Yeah. You really like that one. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna grab a stiff brush. That one's a little bit soft. This one was last used on our fuzzy pony, so it's kind of hairy. Hey, Mama. Again, I just always let her know what we're doing. Hello, Mama. Can I brush you? Yeah? We just flick off all the hard pieces we got up with the curry. Again, just taking caution of my feet. She's stomping flies, so I don't want to get stomped in the process. Wearing my boots. I'm taking into account just not to brush too hard while still being sufficient enough to get the dirt off. We don't ever want our horses to be uncomfortable during the grooming process. We want them to like it. It's a good form of bonding as well. Horses groom each other in their social groups. So I'm just gonna step around and make sure we're still recording here. I'm the girl that's phone always dies on her, or my phone gets full, so amazingly I have storage today. I don't know why. And we're gonna walk around Wolf River. Oh. You guys saw that? She had a fly on her leg. So luckily she wasn't trying to kick me. That would not be fun. Alright. I like to talk to her. Keeps us connected. She can kind of gauge how I'm feeling. And it helps to keep her calm. I'm gonna grab a soft brush. This is just to pull off some more dust. Again, I let her know that I'm here. This brush kind of does a good job of polishing the coat a little bit more. You can't see it, but there's a lot of little dust particles that this brush sweeps out, which is nice for that extra shine. We don't want to go over in our video, so I'm going to speed things up a bit. I like to use Cowboy Magic spray, but I didn't bring it with me, so I'm going to use a little Cowboy Magic detangler. Well, I don't ever like to brush her mane completely dry or with no product. It pulls it out, and most show horses you're not going to be brushing the mane often. You want to keep it thick and healthy. So, just putting some detangler in here. Detangle her forelock also. She likes grooming. While I'm over here, well, I'm going to go ahead and grab the face brush. Let's see it here. Dropping things like that I like to try to avoid, because it could have caused her to spook, but it happens sometimes. So this is a face brush. It just gets the fine particles off of her face without causing too much friction or abrasion. It can be used safely around the eyes. We won this little brush at our last show, so she earned it. Okay, for her forelock, sometimes she's a little shy at first, and then I just kind of start towards the bottom. This is a detangling brush. I like to use these are for people, but I like to use them on the horses because they're good at not ripping their hair. She's brushed out. She's not clipped right now because I don't clip my horses unless they have a show. Just brush mainly from the bottom and work our way up. I'm always paying attention to the surroundings. If there's dogs or vehicles, I don't want to be ever underneath her or near her legs or butt when something could happen. Things happen when you do everything right, so you definitely don't want to be doing the wrong thing at the wrong time. Alright, so her mane is all brushed out. I'll do the same thing to her tail. And I see we're over our time, so I would continue with her tail and pick her hooves, and that is how you groom a horse while being cautious of their behavior and sensitive to their behavior. And thank you for joining me.